Last year was set out to be a really good year for new film releases, and then a little thing called COVID-19 happened. The pandemic more or less shut down Hollywood productions for some time. Movie theaters, allegedly they're open. I haven't been to one since I saw Uncut Gems last January, but 2021 is here. The new year still has the pandemic at large, but I don't know. Maybe more people will be able to go to the theaters and maybe we'll finally get to see all these movies. There are so many more movies set to come out in 2021 as a result of these delays. So maybe that's a good thing. I mean, I'm super excited. So what's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. We're diving right in because I'm excited to talk about some films with you. Ryan Ramakrishnan here. This is my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2021. As of now, subject to change very soon, I'm sure. All right, guys, let's start off with number 10. This is Mission Impossible 7. Okay, so there's not really much information at all that I know of at the time of recording about this film. However, it's a sequel to several movies that I love. I've really come to enjoy this franchise. I think that Tom Cruise is the man. He's always doing his own stunts. There's always a lot of really fun, like spy thriller stuff going on. It's exciting. The action is great. I really enjoyed Fallout, Rogue Nation. You know, I mean, these movies are just a good time. I have full faith that Mission Impossible 7, when it comes out later on this year, will be really fun. I'm just really excited. I know that I like these movies, so it's pretty much all I got for that, guys. Coming in at number 9 is the next film from the Russo brothers that is actually starring Tom Holland, and that is Cherry.
Well, I've just been seeing on the news, you know, that there are kids dying over there, you know? Guys from Cleveland who are my age, just trying to do something good, and here I am, feeling sorry for myself because my girlfriend broke up with me.
This movie has gotten a lot of buzz as of late. I've been hearing about it, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it this February. It is about a guy who is a vet, and he comes back, you know, from the war, and starts robbing banks because he needs to find a way to make money, because he has to support his girlfriend in times that are tough when he returns and is not able to probably get a regular job, I should assume. But also, apparently, he's got an opioid addiction, so he's got to feed that, as in it's expensive. I think that the story is very interesting. It's based on a book. I'm really looking forward to it because I think that Holland is a really good actor, and I would like to see him in a different role like this. Of course, I'm just associating him with Spider-Man right now. And the Russo brothers, well, speaking of Marvel as well, they have proved themselves to put together good work. Cherry's story is surely going to be emotional and heavy. I am really looking forward to it. I think it's set out to be a strong film, and it's apparently coming out in February. All right, so taking the 8th spot on this list, we have a new Marvel Cinematic Universe film in the form of ShangChi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. So yeah, the Ten Rings are back from the Iron Man movies. We've heard about them a while back. I'm excited to see the real Mandarin. I'm excited to know more about this terrorist group and know about the Ten Rings and stuff like that. I think that a fresh new face for the MCU is always good. I love that Marvel is willing to give us stories about different characters that we're not so in tune with right now. Shang-Chi looks like it's going to be cool. Of course, we don't really have any footage necessarily to go by, but it's going to have some awesome martial arts. I feel like the action is going to be exciting. We've got sort of like a new take, a new story, a new direction for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm really about it, and I've been pumped about it since I heard it was happening. All right, going into number 7 on my list, I have a movie called Nobody. This film is going to be the next John Wick if it's done right.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
The only thing that I'm a little concerned about is it could sort of just come and go as like a simple action movie that doesn't stand out much. But you know what? It's got so many John Wick vibes. I mean, producers from John Wick have been working on Nobody. And we see this guy who's got some PTSD, I guess, from a violent lifestyle. He's calm. He remains collective until, I guess, something triggers him until he goes back, and then he starts to just mess people up. He's violent. He's like John Wick. He's the type of guy you don't want to mess with. In the trailer, we hear him say,
I used to be what they call an auditor. The last guy anyone wants to see at their door. because it meant you didn't have long to live.
Very badass. I like this trailer a lot. It looks like it's going to be a fun action movie with a lot of violence, very much like John Wick. Even the poster has John Wick vibes. I'm super looking forward to Nobody. It's coming out real soon. I guess we'll see very soon if Nobody is as awesome as it looks. All right, guys, moving on to number 6. I put Dune here. This film was supposed to be out last month, I guess, originally. This is an ambitious project. This is a huge science fiction film. Obviously, there's a lot of hype surrounding it. I don't know much about the source material at all. I've never read it, but I've heard it's quite interesting. It seems like there's a lot to take in. I wonder how many moviegoers are going to be able to comprehend and really take it in properly. Dune looks awesome. We've got a really legendary director of modern science fiction films behind it. I don't want to even try to pronounce his name. There's so many good actors in here, which, people who I really enjoy.
Let's fight like demons.
I feel like the story seems like it's going to be very interesting. Obviously, if the source material is anything to go by, Dune looks like it's got a lot of ambition. It's a huge movie. It's a very creative sci-fi world. I'm actually very, very excited to try my best to take it in. I wish this movie came out when it did. Obviously, that's sort of the trend. I feel like a handful of movies in this list were supposed to be out. Whatever. We know the pandemic sucks. But Dune is coming out next fall. I'm very excited. I feel like it's going to be awesome.
One day, the legend will be born. All of civilization depends on it.
All right, guys, real quick, before I give you my top 5, I thought it would be fun to give a few honorable mentions.
How far are we allowed to go to fix something that's broken?
When I am done, there will be but a single thing that is eternal.
No offense, but I don't even know you.
My friends call me Sully.
Nathan Drake.
When I get out of here, and I will, there's gonna be carnage.
All right, and then we move on to the top 5 here. Guys, these movies look awesome to me. I'm supposed to see most of them, I think, in 2020. Starting off things, we're going to talk about Black Widow in my number 5 spot. Scarlett Johansson, fantastic. I love her. I love Black Widow. I love Marvel. I love Captain America, the Winter Soldier. I feel like we're going to get that type of vibe that we got with that film with Black Widow. This movie is set out to be releasing in May, I guess, whole year after it's supposed to come out. I was very disappointed that we didn't get to see it last year because, this movie looks great. It's a female-led superhero film, which is obviously a great thing. Finally giving a character that Marvel clearly, they really like Black Widow. She's been in a lot of the stuff in the MCU, but to get her standalone film, really exciting stuff.
We have to go back to where it all started.
Lucky us.
I like that we're going to have her family, learn more about them. It looks like it's going to be fun. Taskmaster, that's cool. I think we're going to learn about her past and her upbringing to become the type of assassin and who Black Widow is. I'm really excited to hear more about Natasha's story. So this film cannot come soon enough since we were already supposed to have seen it several months ago.
Here's what's gonna happen.
Natasha, don't slouch.
I'm not slouching.
You're going to get a back hunch.
Listen to your mother.
Oh my God, this.
Up.
All right, enough, all of you.
I didn't say anything. That's not fair.
Coming in at number 4, we have Justice League, the Snyder Cut. I'm really looking forward to seeing Zack Snyder's original vision and then some come to life. I understand that Justice League is hated by many. I don't hate it. I kind of like it, but it's so flawed, and I'm so confident that the Snyder Cut is going to try to undo a lot of the wrongs and try to just be a better movie. I have a lot of faith that this is the Justice League movie that we were supposed to get, obviously, and it's bigger, it's longer, it's a couple hours longer, and they're going to give us more story. It's going to be divided in multiple parts, which is kind of cool because I feel like if they do it right, it could be awesome and keep us on the edge of our seats waiting, because even though we know the story of the 2017 film, this narrative might be so different. I mean, we're getting so much more. We're getting better emphasis on a lot of the characters. I like the characters a lot. I really like the actors as well, and I feel like their portrayals are all good and all deserve more. So I'm looking forward to the Snyder Cut. I think it's going to be really awesome. I think it's going to be on another level, and we don't even know how cool it's going to be. I just hope that it delivers the promise that it's sort of giving all these DC fans that were let down a few years back.
Guy's probably fought hundreds of thousands of other super beings on the other planets he's destroyed, right? And we have to assume he's won.
I don't care how many demons he's fought and how many hells. He's never fought us. Not us united.
Moving right along to number 3, we have another DC film. The Batman was supposed to come out in 2021 originally. That looked sick when I saw that first trailer. That got delayed. But The Suicide Squad, another movie that was emphasized during DC fandom in the fall.
The Suicide Squad is just a twisted fantasy of characters.
Within each of our characters, there's a certain beauty.
They did not give us the full proper trailer, but they talked about the characters. They showed us a lot of behind the scenes and different stuff and actors talking about this major project. James Gunn is like so hyped about it. And I really like his work on Guardians of the Galaxy. And I think that those two films really brought together some random characters and made them work super well on screen. I see that the Suicide Squad has a star-studded cast, all taking on unique characters of all sorts. Some I've actually heard of. Some couldn't imagine ever existed on the comic book pages. I like that we're bringing back some people like Harley Quinn, and Margot Robbie's portrayal of her, of course, was fantastic. We have all these different villains and anti-heroes. It's going to be an ensemble cast. It's going to be them coming together. I have a lot of faith that there's going to be a lot of fun dynamics on screen. They talk about this as this big war film, which is cool. I love like the vibes I got from seeing behind the scenes, set footage, stuff like that. And then knowing that these characters, knowing that it's a Suicide Squad story, probably going to be the right Suicide Squad story. That's a hard thing to say, Suicide Squad story. The right one that we should have gotten in 2016. But unlike the Snyder Cut, this is like a completely new movie, but I feel like it's just going to completely reboot it. And while I don't dislike Suicide Squad, I think that the Suicide Squad is set out to be so much bigger and better.
Everyone's exploding, genitals, heads, arms, legs.
It's like a big, massive graphic novel brought to life.
All right, here we are, number 2. It is Fast and Furious 9.
So we're up against a master thief, assassin, high performance driver. Who is he?
This is a franchise that I've come to just love. I've enjoyed it since the beginning. I like all of the films. My favorites, I feel like I've really been so in on it since 5, Hobbs and Shaw was cool. It was a good time. I really liked it, but I kind of just want a proper Fast and Furious movie, and that's what 9 is obviously going to be. We got Cypher returning, who still has it out against Dom Jacob. John Cena is, of course, he's in Fast and Furious now, and he's playing as Dom's brother. He might go try to kill him. Dom's past is catching up on him.
No matter how fast you are,
I am not to be compared to you.
no one outruns their past.
Dom and Letty have their son. Of course, his name is Brian. Adorable, right? This movie, I guess every single Fast and Furious movie they use the word family a lot, but I'm sure that Fast 9 is going to have such an emphasis on family because now we see Dom and his brother and his son and everything. Han is back, which is mind-boggling. I don't know why he's back, but I'm happy he is because I actually really like that character. Fast and Furious is so much fun. I've enjoyed all of them. I'm looking forward to more insane jumps, more cars blowing up, more action and fighting, even though it's in a franchise that was supposed to just be about street racing. The characters are fantastic. I really do enjoy the chemistry and the dynamics between everybody. I've come to just feel like they're my family just from watching so many movies with these characters. It's a fun time. Fast and Furious 9 looks great, in my opinion. I'm sure it's not going to be objectively like the best film of the year. Dune might take that. I don't know. But I think that it looks awesome, and I wish we got it when we did. But hey, it's coming out this year.
Damn, they got a magnet plane?
Hold on.
Tell me you're not thinking what I think you're thinking. There's no bridge!
Oh, hell no.
All right, guys, let's do it. Number 1, What do you guys think? I'm talking about all these comic book movies, and if you know me, you know that I love Spider-Man. I mean, this third Spider-Man film sounds really ambitious. It sounds huge. I hope it doesn't overdo it, and I hope it doesn't try too much. You know, if done right, this Spider-Verse film is what it sounds like it's gonna be. Could be sick. I'm so hyped for Spider-Man 3 or whatever they decide to call it, because they're bringing back Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. I mean, to bring back the two actors that took on this iconic role and put them in the same movie as Tom Holland Spider-Man, what? I can't believe we're gonna have 3 Peter Parkers. I can't believe that they, you know, we're getting like Jamie Foxx's Electro and Alfred Molina Doc Ock. What? I've heard that Daredevil, like Charlie Cox from the amazing Netflix series, could be in this too. I don't know I mean, there's so many things online I read, and I don't know how much is true, but I think at this point, we're definitely getting like the Spider-Verse. I think the multiverse is being opened up. Like specifically, we're going to see a lot of stuff this year where Marvel's just expanding their horizons now that Endgame happened, right? And I'm super hyped for it. Spider-Man Far From Home had a crazy post-credit scene.
Spider-Man's real name is... Spider-Man's name is Peter Parker.
So right then and there, when J.K. Simmons was J. Jonah Jameson, that was like crazy. People know Peter Parker's identity now, right? So that's going to be a big thing. I think Tom Holland is really good as Peter Parker and Spider-Man. He's my favorite one out of the 3. But I'm super hyped to see the return of the others because I like them each for their own, you know, in their own rights. I think that Spider-Man is in between Batman and Spider-Man, you know, who my favorite comic book character is. But I've been on Spider-Man lately a lot, and I'm excited to see the Spider-Verse sort of open up. I think that the Sony movies also coming out this year could have some connections to very directly.
Got tired of doing the whole good guy thing.
What's up, Doc?
I think that they're cooking up like the Sinister Six and stuff, and Spider-Man 3 has a lot of potential. I'm very looking forward to it. As long as they, you know, tell a good story about Tom Holland's Peter Parker in specific, the one that we know from Homecoming, Far From Home, Civil War, and Infinity War and Endgame. As long as we get a good story, you know, with his friends too and stuff, and like, you know, everything else going on, like, as long as it's a good Spider-Man story, that's all that matters. It doesn't have to be as grand as they're talking about it like it's going to be.
Peter, by the way.
Doctor Strange.
Oh, you're using your made-up names. Then I am Spider-Man.
I'm beyond hyped for it. Like, definitely the most exciting thing coming in 2021 in regards to films. So there you go, guys. That is my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2021. The thing is, everything is subject to change. I feel like by the end of the year, some of these movies will have been out. Some of these movies will have been delayed again. You know, I don't know if movie theaters are going to be properly opened. I'm not sure if there's any theaters open by me where I live. I don't know. Haven't tried it. It's weird. It's a weird time we're living in. But I'm looking forward to these films and more. Obviously, there's other ones I didn't talk about. But you guys, let me know in the comments below. Please, like, what movies are you most excited for? Let's have a conversation. Leave me a like if you enjoyed it. That would help me out a lot. Really, I appreciate your time here. Guys, thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you all in the next video.